Hi everybody, it's Kate, the dietitian from Galter. I've got my helper here. This is my son Austin. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi. So we are going to make some graham crackers at home today. I thought this would be something fun that maybe you could do either on your own or with your kiddos. So I've got a recipe. We're going to post it here so you'll have the full thing. I'm going to take you through it. Austin helped me out here. We had a little technical difficulties and we thought we were recording the first time. So we've already dumped in. Yeah, we already dumped in all the ingredients, but we're still going to walk you through it. Okay, so we are dumping our ingredients into a food processor that has the dough blade on it. You could do this in a mixer, like a standing mixer. I just don't have one. So I like to use the dough bowl on my Ninja here. So what Austin has done for me is take all the ingredients. We had 1 cup of whole wheat flour that we dumped in, and then we did 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And we did 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. The recipe calls for dark. I don't have dark, and I don't have the luxury of just really easily running to the store today. So we are just using light. And then we take 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we've dumped that in our food processor. All right, Austin, can you grab the lid and put the lid on there? We're gonna mix this up. So far, this is just our dry ingredients. Okay, we spared you the noise of the food processor and we just blended it. We pulsed it real quick. So now all of our dry ingredients are nicely mixed, and we are going to add the wet ingredients now. Actually, we're gonna add the butter. So there is a stick, which is 1/2 cup of butter. And you can see here, the recipe calls for it to be chilled and cut into cubes. So I took a cold stick of unsalted butter right from the refrigerator, chopped it up there, cubed it basically. And Austin, can you do this for me? Because I don't think I can do it one-handed. Austin is talking to the dog who keeps ringing the bell to go outside. Okay, pick this up carefully and take it over to the food processor, and we're gonna dump that in. And so then we're just gonna kind of pulse this, and I'm gonna do this without the noise. I'll take it off camera here, but we're gonna pulse it until the mixture resembles like a course meal. So we'll show you that here in just a second. We're gonna pulse this up. All right, Austin, why don't you show us what that looks like? So now you can see it's a little crumbly in there. That's the butter. So kind of coarse. It's not going to blend smooth. That's where we are right now. And we have 1 ingredient yet to add. Okay, we added our water. Now we're going to add our honey, 1/4 cup. Here you go, bud. You hold it. And okay, go ahead. Scrape it out of there. And then we're gonna give this a couple more pulses on the food processor to get it well blended. So we've mixed it with the honey and the water, and you can see it's pretty much, the dough is a little bit more wet now. I think that's as good as we're gonna get in the food processor. And I'm gonna hand this off to you, buddy. And you can show, I'm gonna take this from the food processor now. Okay, you gotta hold still. And dump it out here. I should add that if you don't have a food processor, no problem. I think I already mentioned you can use an electric mixer. And if you don't have that, just do it in a bowl. Start with your dry ingredients, and then you have to use a fork or maybe a pastry blender to chop into that chilled butter and kind of blend everything together. If you do have a food processor, it makes it go a little bit quicker. So you can see that didn't totally get blended, and I figured that would be the case. So I'm gonna blend it up a little bit better. This should be sticky. If you need to add more water, you certainly can, and I think I'm going to need to do that here. The goal is to get this to stick together, and then we're gonna put it in between 2 pieces of parchment paper to roll it out really thin. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water to this because this is not sticking together as much as I would like it to. Go ahead and pause that, bud. All right, we've been rolling and rolling, and I'm gonna take this top piece of parchment paper and I'm gonna put it on my baking sheet. Might as well reuse it. So here's the dough. I think it's a little, we're about 1/4 inch thick down here. It might be a little thicker in the middle, but that's okay. Some of our cookies will be a little crispier than others, and I actually like them both ways. So we're not picky when it comes. And in fact, this one can't seem to stop eating the dough. There's no egg in here, but it's not the best idea to eat raw flour either. Okay, bag of cookie cutters. We've got our cookie cutters here, and here's where the fun part comes in. Grab what you want. I'm going to make some hearts. What are you going to make?
Gingerbread.
Some gingerbread. We're going to go with some Christmas cookie cutters and just start cutting out. All right. Punch them in there. You're going to carefully take it out and lay it on your cookie sheet. I can't do this one-handed. So I'm going to stop and we'll show you what we're going to pop in the oven. Actually, Austin, I think he's got a good one here.
Oh, wow.
That looks good. Show us how thick it is. I think that's actually perfect. Go ahead and peel that off. Can you get them without breaking them?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Throw them on the cookie sheet. All right. We're not going to make everybody watch us do all of them, but we'll check back in. So we've got some good hearts and stars and gingerbread men, a random bunny. But you can see that we've got quite a bit of dough remaining here. So I'm going to scrunch that all back up together and roll it out again so we can make sure we get a few more. I think we can get quite a few more crackers out of this. All right, we rolled that dough back out. Look at, we got a whole new palette here. I remember buying these cookie cutters when my kids were little, when I first discovered this recipe, and then we would practice our numbers when we made these or when we ate them. So Austin's 9, so he's making a 9. He says he's going to make everybody's age, so we might skip right over that part so nobody knows my age, huh? Just kidding. All right, so you know what? Let's just punch them all.
Okay.
Just make a bunch. He's going for the 4. 40. We'll do Dad's age.
Okay.
I think the 9 if you flip it upside down.
Yeah, that could work.
There you go. All right, we're going to finish these off. Oven is at 350. These graham crackers are ready to go. I actually had a batch in the oven, so these are ready to come out. So here we go. They kind of look the same, right? They've just puffed up a little bit. Now you'll see some of them are thinner and going to be crispier than some others. Back up, please. I'm going to put these in too, bud. So I'm just swapping. So it was 15, actually I think it was about 14 minutes and then I took them out. So that's really going to depend on how thick your graham crackers are. Now one thing I love about these is, remember they used whole wheat flour. So whole wheat flour has a lot more nutrition. It's going to give us more fiber, makes it a little bit healthier. And remember we used 1 cup of whole wheat flour and then we used 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Sometimes I use whole wheat pastry flour when you can find that. It's a little bit more delicate and bakes a little bit more like a white flour than a whole wheat. So when I have that available, I actually make the 2.5 cups of flour be the whole wheat pastry flour, and I just use it for all of it. It's time for the best part, the taste test. All of a sudden the 11-year-olds showed up to help when they were ready to eat. How are they, guys?
Good.
Good? Are they crunchy or soft?
A mix.
A mix. All right, so they're kid approved. Easy to make, right, Austin?
Yeah.
All right, fun. All right, check out the recipe. Weelicious.com is the website, and I actually took it from this cookbook here. So tons of good recipes in there. All right, you guys, enjoy, stay well.